Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. You getting 2 videos at once. Why are you not angled right? Oh my god. Bro, you dead. Now you just acting out. Anyways, let's start over. Today I'm going to be telling you guys about the saxophone situation. And I don't like talking about it because it was just a visual representation of how down bad a girl can get. The reason why the saxophone situation is called the saxophone situation is because the person I'm talking about played the saxophone, and that was his code name. Whenever we talked about him, we called him Saxophone. Summer of 2017. So it was my summer before going to 8th grade. I gained a fat obsession with a man. Shaking my head to the fullest, bro. It all started when a man said that my head was as big as a clock.
And you believe that, like, what in the degrading kink?
And I took it as flirting. So ever since then, I was in love and I was
obsessed.
Oh my god. So I was very, very much obsessed with this man. Like, so obsessed. I played an instrument. I learned how to play a whole instrument for him just so I can get closer to him. Just so I can have some things in common with him. Like, I joined marching band multiple times so I could get close to him. But I didn't mention the internet stalking. The internet stalking is why I don't talk about the saxophone situation, because it just caused a whole lot of problems. I followed his sister on Instagram. I DM'd the dude on Instagram multiple times on my spam account, which, by the way, I made public on purpose, even though I was sticking fingers up and swearing, and, like, you know, the fear of a Haitian woman courses through my veins. As I was trying to, you know, impress him, following his sister, even though she never followed me back. So I was like, damn, there goes my chance. Not only did I lose my chance, but my mother found the account. I don't know what lady found it. She said some person found it, showed it to her, and then I'm screwed for life. I don't even know how that person found it, but whoever it was, I hope that her wig gets snatched every 5 minutes of the day. I hope every time she walks, she steps into a rock and her toe bleeds. I hope that every time she makes durian and sauce pois, it's bland and all the people are like, ew, this is disgusting. I'm not eating that trash, and leave. So yeah. So when my mother found the account, and I was like, oh, that's just an old account. And she's like, baby, you not slick. I seen that jacket I got for you last summer and last week, and I said, what? My father was much more easier to, you know, manipulate, you know, tell him, like, I told him, I said, oh, that was like a few years ago. I wasn't like that anymore. My mother, however, she did not take the bait. So yeah, so I got in trouble. I got my phone snatched for like a week. And then I couldn't go on Instagram anymore. Like, she made me delete my Instagram the whole 8th grade year. Like, I did not log back in until I was about to start freshman year. So while I had no Instagram and no other ways, I was just about to give up on my love for that man. And that was until The Wiz. My first musical experience was me being in The Wiz. I was on M. First, I was a background dancer. Then
That story is a story for another time.
I walked in from a performance thing. We were going to another performance to, like, promote our show. I walked into my school, right, thinking there's no hope. And then my friend tell me, there's a guy named here. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, let me change that. There's a guy named Clarinet here. And I'm like,
What?
Clarinet? Clarinet moved away. What are you talking about? So she's like, all right, come in here. Go please see. So I go and see. Tell me why it's saxophone. Sitting in the band room, learning music for our show. And I said, your girl ran like Mimi Leaks. You know, I'm obsessed and I'm trying to make myself look good. And guess what? He doesn't fall in love with me. He falls in love with another chick. This is where it gets even worse. Like, I was so angry. I was like, no, what is this? Y'all don't understand the things about this girl. Let's call her Spray Bottle. All right, let's call her SB. Miss Spray Bottle was what people called a whore. But that was back then. She's changed. But that was what we called her. We called her a hoe, a whore, a slut, a thought. And he was falling in love with her. And I said, I just spat. He was falling in love with her. And I said, what the hell? You cannot be that down bad, bro, that you falling for SB from a spray bottle when you can have all this. 2 weeks go by and I see that they're going on dates and stuff, and I said, grab that whole hair. I was ready to fight. The day of the show comes. Not the day of the show, the second showing of the show. The second showing of the show. Before the show happens, Miss Spray Bottle was on a man named, let's call him Drumsticks. Chicken Drumsticks, yes. All up on a man named Chicken Drumsticks when she's supposedly supposed to be with Saxophone. And I said, Miss Spray Bottle, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is not right. Are you kidding me? Oh, I was so tight. I'm like, how are you supposed to be with my bae, who's not my bae, but will be my bae eventually? And you over here playing around with Mr. Chicken Drumsticks. I was so angry. Like, the whole first act goes by, and then in the second act, intermission happens. Why is she hooking up? Why is she all up on him? Why is she all up on my bae? Even though just 4 hours prior, she was just all up on Chicken Drumsticks. Like, Miss Spray Bottle, you got some explaining to do. So I go into the the chorus room. I go into the chorus room and I'm like, oh my God, this girl is a and she's doing this and that, she's a whore. A B and a S and a C and a D and a L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. She all of it. And then everyone was hearing me. They were like, "You right. Miss Spray Bottle is an." I said what I said. Period. So then I go backstage because intermission's about to end and Act 2 is about to start. So Spray Bottle, Saxophone, me, my 2 friends, the lead of the show, and some random dude. We were just all backstage, waiting for the show to start. Tell me why me and my friends were talking smack about her in Creole. This is not what my parents made me learn Creole for. We were like, tu fais ça sans tu. Like, tu fais ça. Like, and my Creole was dumb broken, so it was so bad. Cringy. The lead of the show, she's Haitian too, so she's just like, oh. And the guy, he's like, hey, I want to know. So she tells him, and I guess she heard because she said, she was tight. He was tight too. So he got up and left. And to me, when my friend goes, we're not talking about you. Like, girl, you just made it obvious. Not even 5 minutes later, we are singing praises to the Lord, talking about Makubi, dum, yeah, bye. Like, girl, you're going to hell. And then I found out that she's crying, and then her friend's like, don't listen to her, she's jealous. Jealous of what? Sorry. 8th grade me jumped out for a minute. Jealous of what? So I made Shawty cry on the act that she was supposed to sing. So probably 15 minutes later, she was supposed to sing and go on. And I was like, do I care? No. How many do I give? 0. Therefore, your comment is irrelevant. Ever since then, I was like, you know what? Screw you, Saxophone. And Miss Spray Bottle. That's the end of the Saxophone situation. That's how it went. There was no big explosive ending, but it was just terrible to me. Like, I was just so terrible and so down bad with the internet stalking, joining the clubs that he's in, and then talking smack about him and his significant other in front of him. Like, that was so down bad. But kind of girl boss. Why did I gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss right there? Like, period. And, I felt so bad about it. So I wrote him a letter, before freshman year started. I wrote him a letter. I said, I'm sorry for, the emotional turmoil I may have caused you. But yeah, guys, that's the Saxophone situation. That's the end of my story time. Please don't think of me as any worse of a person. I am not that person anymore. She is in the past. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll see y'all next time. Cue the outro music.
Staying still, eyes closed, let the world just pass me by. I pay bills, eyes closed. If I fall, I think I'll fly.